Well, hello, folks. Welcome to another episode of Whiskey Calling here. Friday night. Aren't Friday nights better than most other nights? I would say so. End of another long week. Beautiful day. So, you know what? I wandered down to the liquor store after work today. And I thought, I am going to try this Johnnie Walker Green Label. And I got thinking about Johnnie Walker. I hadn't tried a lot of Johnnie Walkers. I think I've tried Johnnie Walker White before, and then went out for dinner for my birthday the other day, and they had Johnnie Walker Gold and Johnnie Walker Black on the menu, and so I tried a dram of each of those, and boy did I ever love I really found that the Johnnie Walker Gold was absolutely delicious. Really liked it. Black was good too, but something about the gold. So I actually went to the liquor store looking for a bottle of the gold because I wanted to try some more of that. They didn't have it. They had black there. They had blue. And I noticed they had green here. And I thought, okay, you know what? I'm going to try the green. So yeah, maybe I hope you guys got to dram yourselves tonight as well. And you're enjoying something. But this is, Johnnie Walker Green Label, aged 15 years. And it has some interesting thing I just was briefly reading on the back, and then I thought, hey, I'll save it for you guys and let you guys know what's in this. Johnnie Walker Green Label is a rich, vibrant, and balanced blend created using only single malt whiskeys. Matured for at least 15 years in European or American oak, blended together with these whiskeys, open up a greater depth and a wider range of flavors than is possible with one single malt whiskey alone. Each of the single malt whiskeys in Johnnie Walker Green Label has its own distinctive character. So the challenge was to create a blend of great depth and complexity without losing the individuality of the malts. Not an easy task. To produce these beautifully balanced flavors, we brought together whiskeys from four corners of Scotland: classic Speyside, Highland, Lowland, and Island single malts. Among the single malts included are Talisker from the Isle of Skye for its intense smoke and spiciness, Linkwood from Speyside for freshness and vibrancy, Craigenmore, which brings fragrance and maltiness, and Colilla, the Isle of Islay's best kept secret, for a big maritime character. This is a naturally intense blend with a distinct smokiness. I suggest you enjoy its great flavors neat or over ice and in good company. You know what? This is interesting. I recently, I discovered Talisker. Really like Talisker. Kind of got to me, it's almost more of a kind of a saltiness to it that I've never really experienced in any other whiskey really. So I really like Talisker. And actually, I was just tried Craigenmore the other week, and really like Craigenmore. Actually, really enjoying it. I've never tried Linkwood or Colilla. I've heard of Colilla, but so this is really interesting. I kind of just bought this. I did not read the back when I bought it, so this is a pleasant surprise to me. I feel like it's very interesting. I love how, I didn't know too much about Johnnie Walker per se. I'd never bought a bottle before, so never really read up on it too much. I really like how they actually put in here what the whiskeys are. I think that's really interesting to me. And boy, if they do that with all the other ones, which I assume they probably do, the other labels, I wonder what's in those. It'd be fun to kind of discover that maybe as I buy them. Of course you can look it up, but it's kind of fun to buy it and then kind of experience that, I find. So anyways, let's crack this thing open here and we'll see what the bottle looks like here. Oh, look at that. Classic looking bottle, I would say. Okay, this is going to be fun. Real fun. So I hope you guys got a good weekend planned. The week behind you. Time to kind of enjoy the weekend moving forward. That's what I would say. All right, let's give this a shot. Ah, that was a good cork pop. Okay. Got these beautiful new glasses from my fiance for my birthday. Okay, so kind of a nice color here. Kind of a nice, I don't know, brown. Kind of a nice dark brown, kind of golden brown. Okay. I definitely smell a little bit of. You know what? Yeah, I can pick up the Talisker in there, I swear. And also a bit of a light, kind of a lightness, almost a light, I wouldn't quite say honey, but a light lemon honey maybe in the smell. And yeah, a little bit of peat and a little bit of that Talisker saltiness, or almost Talisker. Sometimes I smell almost maybe a little bit of a salty licorice almost sometimes. So you get a little bit of that, but a little bit of peat. Interesting combination. Okay, let's see what it tastes like. Okay. You know what? The first, early on in the sip, you do get a bit of hit of spice. I should have mentioned, I believe this is 43% alcohol. Where are we here? Sorry, having trouble finding that there. And I swear I saw on the box it said 43%. Walking over from the liquor store. Let's just take a look here. Apologize, folks, for that. Yes, 43%. So yeah, you definitely you're catching a little bit of spice in the beginning. That's not necessarily alcohol spice. It doesn't smell or taste, extremely alcohol heavy, which makes sense when it's only 43%. But but there's a little bit of spice that kicks in kind of early on. And then there's a little bit of smoke, a little bit of a light. That light almost kind of matches that light lemon, almost a lemon honey. And then I gotta say the finish was dropped off fairly quickly. There wasn't much of a deep finish or a hot finish. The finish kind of just left me wanting a little bit more in that first sip. So let's see if it kind of settles in with the second sip. You know what? I gotta say, this is a very light dram. Very light. Really interesting to try some of the Johnnie Walkers beside each other sometime. Because I thought the gold and the black that I tried the other night seemed to have a bit more texture, a bit more layers to it, a more of an interesting journey, and kind of deeper, longer finishes as well. This is surprisingly light, surprisingly straightforward, simple. It's got a little bit of spice, a little bit of, it's not an unpleasant flavor in any way, but it's a little bit, I would say the back end of the sip is sure, it really lacks a good long finish, which which in many ways will just kill a whiskey, right? Like, I mean, you know, if you're not careful, I mean, it's not necessarily means it's going to be terrible, but it's really a bit of a downer when there isn't a good, decent, longer finish. So, but this is only 2 sips, very first try here. So sometimes you settle into something and start to appreciate other elements a lot more. But this one in particular, boy, is it ever light. Let's try it one more time, though. Yeah, you know what? I gotta say, even third sip in, there's definitely some nice, pleasant spice, kind of a quarter into the sip. Um, there definitely is a little bit of smoke there, but the smoke is, you know, you almost get um, uh, more of the smoke kind of maybe in the nose and the palate, but it's there a little bit. But yeah, I gotta say, all of a sudden it just drops off a cliff almost. About 2/3 to 3/4 in, you're kind of starting to get into a little bit of an experience, and then it's like it's gone. It's like there's just nothing left in your mouth. It's like um, it just drops off a cliff and it's over. So I gotta say that's not something I love when that happens. Now this is a very short tasting. I've only had 3 sips. Maybe there's something that's got to settle in. Maybe it's got to open up a little bit. You know, it says 15 years here, so maybe it's got to sit a little bit longer. Maybe I got to kind of, maybe it's playing coy, so to speak, and you got to kind of bring it out. Sometimes that's an interesting experience. I mean, I kind of had that a little bit with Iran, quarter cat. It was a cast strength Iran, the Bothy. My first few sips, I thought, oh boy, there's not much here, because you know, especially that high, but it was 56% or something. But the longer I sat with it and kind of sipped it very slowly, some real interesting flavors started to come out, and then I really started to like it. It's one of my favorite bottles on the bar right now, actually now. So you know, maybe that happens with this a little bit. You know, sometimes with scotches, you got to do that a little bit. Sometimes you got to look for, you know, sometimes compared to certain bourbons that'll just come right out and hit you. And obviously, lots of other scotches will too. But this definitely has something that might need some coaxing. So yeah, first impression is relatively maybe a little bit disappointed. But you know what? Maybe I'll kind of circle back on this in another video and let you guys know as I've worked into the bottle if maybe I've come up with some other appreciations for it. So anyways, folks, that's part of the journey, is the whiskey journey. You get in there and you try different things. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. You know, I've got some other new bottles that I should review here as well. You know, and maybe what I'll do is I'm gonna shoot another video right now of another new one. Speyburn. Speyburn is something that my fiance bought for my birthday as well, and I actually really enjoyed that one. So maybe I'm gonna review that right now. So anyways, folks, look for that next video as well, and have a great night, and talk to you again soon.